Hi, I just want to make one more point about the arena of sports and why I believe that the elites give them a pass with some of their nonprofit status. The fact that they pay 0% taxes on the massive amounts of money they make off of royalties and licensing. And, you know, what, like I said, it's because it's a tool to keep people distracted and dumb. Again, if you're a huge sports fan, please don't take offense to this because I still watch sports from time to time, but the important thing is that you put it in perspective, right? If your team loses, you don't let it ruin your whole week. That's ridiculous. I don't even let it ruin my day. If I'm watching a game and I'm rooting for a team and they lose, so what? I don't care. I'm happy 5 minutes later. Does not matter to me. I take it for what it is. It's entertainment, pure and simple. That is it. But if it's a choice between watching, say, the Philadelphia Eagles, because I'm for Philly, or I have a great opportunity, say, to go on a beautiful hike somewhere on a sunny Sunday afternoon, I'm going to go take that hike. I could care less about playing the game because what brings me more enjoyment is actually would be doing something physical and seeing stuff that is beautiful in real life. But that's just me personally. But what I'm saying is that if you look at the treatment of a lot of these athletes, they are raised up like gods by a lot of these analysts. I still go on to ESPN and check out all my teams from time to time and just see what's going on. As a martial artist, I love boxing, so I follow like the whole Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather thing. And there's a guy on ESPN, Stephen A. Smith, that looks up to like Floyd Mayweather like he's a god. Yeah, he may have great boxing skills, but he's a miserable person as a human being. And even his own son says he's a coward because, as a boxer, he has slapped around and beat up his like ex-wives, his girlfriends. He spent time in jail for that, I believe. I'm saying because I don't follow this stuff that closely, but I do know his son called him a coward for beating up on his mom. So Stephen A. Smith will always just say, oh, what a great boxer he is, and disregard what a miserable human being that Floyd Mayweather is. And I don't even believe Floyd Mayweather will fight Manny Pacquiao because I think you're a coward outside the ring, you're a coward in the ring. Even if you're an expert tactician and technician and technical boxer like Floyd Mayweather is, if you think someone can beat up on you, because that's how cowards are, and Pacquiao certainly has ability to beat up on Mayweather, then you're going to avoid and run from that person. So I don't believe that fight will ever happen, even though they say that Mayweather can make over $100 million from this fight. Once a coward, always a coward. And if it does happen, I believe Pacquiao will take him out. So, you look at the NFL, Roger Goodell and how he handled the Ray Rice thing, lying repeatedly, saying he never saw the tapes when the hotel said they sent him the tapes of Ray Rice smacking around his girlfriend and knocking her unconscious in the elevator. Again, it all comes down to entertainment and keeping people distracted. How can we best entertain people? Ray Rice is a great football player, so let's try to keep him on the Ravens because that will keep people distracted. I believe that's why they get leeway from the people that are in power in countries. They know how important sports, the arena of sports is to keeping people distracted and dumb and worrying about stuff that should not affect their lives, although you can't say that it does not, because certainly you've seen it. Just go on ESPN and look how people argue about these athletes like they're their best friends and their family members and defend them. It's ridiculous. So they know that sports can be used as an arena of great distraction to keep people distracted until the entire banking system collapses and it goes up in a ball of flames because this Ponzi scheme is certainly heading in that direction. People are even unaware that basically there are huge currency wars going on right now. They're unaware that there's huge global banks right now are on the verge of bankruptcy. It's ludicrous. But that is another reason why I just wanted to get that in. I believe that sports are given that flexibility, and it's ridiculous how people don't. I think even to a greater degree, certainly people will criticize like Jamie Dimon and Lloyd Blankfein and Brian Moynihan and Stuart Gulliver for being narcissistic, misanthropic people. But they're given even more leeway, even these banksters, than I mean, athletes are given more leeway even than corporate CEOs that behave extremely poorly and extremely badly. They're given, like, they're immediately forgiven for any and all of their transgressions, even when they're repeated transgressions, for their ability to entertain people. And that is a dangerous, slippery slope to go on. And the second slippery slope that sports addiction also encourages is a sense of collectivism. And it is very much an addiction, just like the addiction to smartphones that I mentioned in the power of a mindfulness video as well. Because if you look at it, you have now even sports writers writing articles about whether or not an athlete is overvalued or undervalued in fantasy leagues. So not only was the all these numerous discussions about what's going to happen in the game, or numerous articles what's going to happen in a game before it actually even happens, then there's tweets during the game, then there's after game, post game interviews, and there's analysis of the game. Then you have these, that, as if that wasn't enough, if we're not inundated and flooded with tons of articles about sports, then we get articles about non-existent fantasy leagues that are comparable to, I guess, like the futures, gold and silver futures markets that are fantasy derivative markets, whereby gold and silver that doesn't even exist is traded by bankers to control the prices. So the fantasy leagues are basically discussions of leagues that don't even exist in whether or not you should trade for certain players. So that is an addiction. It's ridiculous. But the second slippery slope, back to my original point, is the collectivism that professional sports encourages as well. So when I say collectivism, it's also something that the elite deliberately inserted into institutional academics. And the reason why is collectivism. It discourages individualism, of course, and it also discourages creativity and critical thinking, because those three things, creativity, critical thinking, and individuality, are the three things that lead people to question the system and to question the status quo, to question their authority, and that they don't want that. So they also utilize, because as I said, there's certain tax breaks given to sports organizations because the elite love it. They love how it dumbs people down. Now, if you're just someone that takes it for entertainment, then it's not going to dumb you down. But if you're someone that wraps your life around whether your team loses or whether your favorite athlete plays well, you're buying into this collectivism. And again, you can just go to any sports site online, any internet sports site, and you see this collectivism at work. And that's basically lumping people, destroying their self-identity. And people say, oh, you know, they identify themselves with the team, and they say, you see arguments all the time. We won 5 championships. We won 10 championships. How many did you win? No, you didn't win any championships. Go to your safe. I'm pretty sure you don't have any championship rings. Go to your bank account. I'm pretty sure you didn't get any of those championship endorsements that those athletes got. Go look at, again, your net worth. I'm pretty sure you don't have those multi-million-dollar contracts, so there is no we. That's just exactly what the elites want people to buy into. This we are doing this. And then you don't play for the team. You've never been in that locker room. You've never talked to the coach. You've never been to a practice. It's they. But there's a lot of we, and people probably even will extend that collectivism to my argument about Manny Pacquiao, because people say, oh, look, he's Asian. Because I got that all the time when I talk about my other channel, Gold and Silver Video. People say, oh, he's Chinese. They just assume I'm Chinese because there's so much anti-Chinese sentiment in the U.S. that the elite are fostering, because the Chinese, of course, are moving towards a gold-backed and petro-yuan system, which the politicians and the bankers in the U.S. don't like because it threatens their power. So, you know, when I've been making videos that are very much in favor of a return to a gold standard, exposing the fraud that's in the manipulation of gold and silver prices. People always say, oh, look, he's Chinese. So people assume with Pacquiao that I am supporting Pacquiao because I'm Asian and Pacquiao's Asian and Floyd Mayweather is black. It has nothing to do with it. Floyd Mayweather's a horrible person. Even his own son says he's a coward. So if Pacquiao was a horrible person, then I would not support Pacquiao either. So it more has to do with character. And that's something that, again, as I said at the beginning of this video, we all overlook when it comes to sports. We overlook someone's character. As long as they're helping our team win, we don't care. That is the danger of collectivism in sports as well. Okay, that's all for today. Thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to click the subscribe button in red right below. And as always, remain intensely curious. So long.